Hey, what's going on, Gab TV? I wanted to do a quick update on my QAnon video that I made 5 days ago. It's gotten quite a bit of traction on Gab TV, but I'm surprised at the amount of hatred that people have been sending my way. People have unsubscribed. I only have a very small number of subscribers either way on either platform, but I lost several subscribers after posting this video, which is fine. And the comments that I've been getting on Facebook, I got a lot of comments. There's a few of them like that here on Gab that say, no, Q didn't hurt the re-election campaign. The fraud did. Well, obviously, the election was stolen. I don't disagree with that. I think that it was fraudulent votes that pushed Biden over the edge and made him the winner. But I don't think that the Q movement helped in any way. I think that it largely tricks people into complacency and makes them sit on their butts reading these secret Q tarot card messages from 4chan board or wherever they're from, instead of actually getting out and helping get out the vote in their local elections. They instead sit around and they bring these Q signs. They drive away normies, people who are just normal everyday people that would otherwise be maybe turning their vote to Trump. They see these crazy conspiracy people showing up at all the events. They see all the Q stuff. They might look into it really quickly, and then they get turned away from the campaign. So I just wanted to go over some of these and then go over some of the latest updates people have sent me regarding the Q movement. So here's a comment. It says, "Mate, you're just plain dumb. Before opening the crap-talking mouth, do some research instead of making unfounded, unresearched, ridiculous comments. Do Q supporters a favor and don't talk. Do you know what or who Q is? No, you don't." Sorry, mate, but you don't know who Q is either. Nobody does. And I think I said this in the video. I said if there's any validity to Q at all, in my opinion, it's probably a deep state government actor that's not acting in the best interest of the Trump campaign, either doing this to get clicks and follows, or, you know, on the bad side, doing this to derail the campaign, which seems to have worked. Here's another one. 99% of people that talk about Q have zero understanding of Q, nor have they ever researched anything about Q. Here is the only thing that matters. Q caused people to do their own research and share it. The end. It makes zero difference if Q is real or not. Anyone saying Q is a psyop is an idiot. Some psyop, get a bunch of people interested in real problems, get them to do their own research, get them to share it freely and publicly on social media. What idiot creates a psyop that helps expose actual crimes and corruption? You see, the problem is that Q didn't actually expose any crimes or corruption. It only furthered existing conspiracy theories. A lot of stuff that Alex Jones, who some of these commenters hated on me for sharing a clip of Alex Jones interviewing the Q shaman guy that invaded the Capitol, a lot of these things that the Q people talk about is stuff that Alex Jones has been talking about for over a decade. So it's really, if anything, regurgitating existing conspiracy theories. Here's one from Indiana Girl. She says, "You have no idea about Q. You are mouthing off about a military operation that informs us. You are ridiculous." Indiana Girl, do you really think that any military person is going to betray their oath to disperse classified information over the internet on 4chan message boards? I don't think so. So I don't think I'm mouthing off. I think I'm mouthing off about a conspiracy theory that's got you wholeheartedly believing in it. And you can't overcome your own pride and accept the fact that, guess what? Trump's not going to be inaugurated on the 20th. Here's, this comment is very similar to a lot of the comments I got on Facebook. It says, how did Q negatively affect the campaign? He won. Yeah, I know he won. And it was stolen from him. They stole it. He won bigger than anything you have ever seen. He didn't win bigger than Joe Biden's fraudulent vote count. So, no, he didn't win anything bigger than anything we've ever seen. Sorry. So Q didn't affect his campaign at all. As a matter of fact, he's so genuine and real. Not anything could hurt his chances. It's everybody else that hurt themselves, messing around, trying to attack and take him down. They should have known better than to mess with him. After their first time, it backfired on him. They still haven't learned. What are you talking about? Q obviously didn't succeed. Trump didn't succeed either. He's moving out of the White House. Joe Blow Biden's going to be sworn in on the 20th. So your comment is ridiculous. So here's one that says, hilarious. You're out of touch. I'm out of touch. So here's another repeat of the similar comment. He didn't lose the election. The other side cheated. I could beat Magnus Carlsen at chess if I was allowed to cheat and just make up my own rules as I went along, whereas he was forced to stick to the rules. How hard is that to understand? Guess what? The Democrats cheat every single year. They cheated in 2016. They just weren't prepared for the victory from Trump. They weren't prepared for the number of votes to go to Trump. They were believing their own propaganda and their own voter suppression, saying that Hillary was going to win with a 96% chance. So the only reason that Trump ended up getting into office in the first place is because they weren't expecting it. Here's one that says, Alex Jones is controlled opposition, so I wouldn't really consider him the authority on anything. Yeah, I wasn't considering Alex Jones the authority on anything. I just thought it was hilarious that the number one conspiracy guy on the internet isn't buying your Q stuff anymore, and he's telling the Q shaman that invaded the Capitol that he's sick of him. And so I thought it was a really pertinent little clip that I included in my 20-minute video about Q. So here's when he says, if re-election was the primary goal, perhaps you are correct. But without Q, the transparency of the media, globalists, and deep state would never be where it is today. Didn't watch the video because I disagreed, but I see your point. Here's one that says Alex Jones is an embarrassment to humanity. Here's one that says I'm full of shit and has some code, DB4C, whatever that means. Here's one that says total BS. You know nothing about this subject. DJT lost because of millions of votes were stolen. End of story. Again, I agree with you. Here's one that says, this video is pure ignorance about what Q and the Anons have done and are doing. The only job Anons had was to be the news, while the MSN spent their time lying. What is wrong with spreading truth as a group? What do you think created the red wave? You are missing a lot of pieces to the puzzle, and it would be better for you to stick to what you know. I'm pretty sure that Trump created the red wave, not Q. Q took away from it and made it so we lost, and I think that Q is largely to blame for that. All I know is that any I think Republican, is suspect, and these people that proclaim to have some kind of inside scoop or feeling, BS, nobody knows. If they did, they wouldn't be broadcasting the dumb idea that they do know. Keep your mouth closed lest you prove your own ignorance. Drivel. So I'm not sure if this guy is on my side or not. And here's another one. He says, so you believe Joe Biden did not steal the election, but the anti-Q conservatives voted for Biden? Ha 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 ha. Nope, you are a fool. No, sir. I'm not saying that the anti-Q people voted for Biden. I'm saying that a lot of people who are just everyday normal people couldn't bring themselves to vote for Trump in the face of all the conspiracy people that were showing up at all of the Trump events. That's what I'm saying. Here's a guy on Gab. I posted this comment. I said, QAnon has recently moved from Trump will 100% be sworn in on the 20th to Biden will be sworn in, but Trump is really in charge. Guys, it's over. Time to get involved at a local level. This trust the plan garbage isn't helping anything. This guy commented and said, at Life is Driving, Trump will still be president. How do I know? Because of Kim Goguen, a.k.a. the World Trust Fund controller. She had personally talked to Trump over 50 times and earlier today released this video about a fake alien invasion that was stopped by her and the Life Force fleet. Believe what you want, but Kim and Life Force, mostly human and non-human military, stopped Deep State from accomplishing Agenda 21 many times, and they did it again today. I don't know where to go with this. This is just too funny. So here is, I'd never heard of these people until this guy sent me this comment, but here is Kim Goguen and some guy from the Life Force group, and what's funny, they've got 33,000 subscribers, but I don't know if you'll be able to hear this on my video here, but let me just move the microphone closer to the speaker.
Is that they asked for global martial law. They would need to declare a war, which has so far been one-sided.
So I don't know if you could hear that, but the audio is terrible. The audio is absolutely terrible. And if she really is the leader of some major global group, for one, she says Marshall like the person. Instead of Marshall, Martial, she says global martial law. It gets a lot of flack for that in the comments. But their audio on all their videos, I tried to watch several of the videos on this channel. They're all garbage. They're all garbage. And on their website, they have their own website. On their own website, the social media links are still the default links to the Wix social media. So the Twitter, the Facebook, the LinkedIn, they have 3 little links at the bottom of their website. They all just go to the Wix Twitter, the Wix Facebook, and the Wix LinkedIn. So this huge group, the Global Intelligence Agency, Life Force Movement, they haven't even got their website in order. And they certainly don't have external microphones from their computers. They're just using Zoom here to do their meetings, and they don't have any external microphones. I put in a comment that said, $10 microphone, Amazon, delivered today. Got some thumbs up for that, but this group is a joke, in my opinion. I wouldn't, I can't even take them seriously. So I responded to this guy with a YouTube video link of my own. And here is a website or a YouTube channel called The Team Bubba. And they've got 693 subscribers. But here is some sort of page where she says she's right there in the center of this giant global governance. And she goes down and has all this detail, but she lays the thing out on her patio. So if this is some, ancient or some important document, she just lays it on the ground. But it's actually just a genealogy form that's available on the internet. Another thing I found interesting was that in their latest video, this Kim lady, she calls herself General Kimberly Ann Goguen. So she says, General Kimberly Ann Goguen reporting for duty. And I mean, it's just hilarious. So I shared that video with this guy, and he says, now keep in mind that the audio on all of their videos is complete garbage. Okay. I bought this microphone used, but these people haven't even bothered to buy a $10 external microphone for their setup. Okay. They haven't bothered to set up the social media links at the bottom of their Wix website. And he says, this video is pure garbage cynicism. LOL, who the F is the Bubba guy? And how do you know he's not controlled opposition? Why did this person use a robot voice instead of their own? I don't know, maybe he didn't have an external microphone. He didn't want to sound like garbage. And that map is legit. And doofus person in the video doesn't understand Deep State intentionally put that design onto the internet to make it seem like it was something that she downloaded. So the Deep State intentionally went onto Etsy and put that genealogy form onto Etsy in order to discredit General Kim Ann Goguen. Yeah, buddy, not likely. If you grew up in Utah like I did, you'd know that everybody there is really into genealogy, and genealogy forms like that are quite common. So it's not anything unique, and it's certainly not something the Deep State put onto Etsy to discredit Kim, who can't even buy a $10 microphone. Just look at what they did to Trump. If you and others still want to believe in the globalist mind tricks and their stooges, continue doing so, because their Agenda 21 has been stopped and destroyed. This guy says Adam doesn't understand it. You're right. I don't. Okay, here's a comment on my YouTube page where I posted this video. He says, Alex Jones is full of crap. To even show this BS clip shows that you're on the wrong trail. Q is high military intelligence. You'll find out. I responded and said, I agree. Q is high on his own supply. Oh, man. Here is a guy, Simon Parks, and he has been shared widely. A lot of people have been sending me his videos on Facebook after I posted this Q video, and they're saying, hey, if you want to understand, you got to watch this guy. You got to watch this guy's latest update. He's got his January 10th update, his 11th, the 11th, the 12th, second update. He's got all these different updates. He meets with all these people. Well, interesting thing about Simon Parks is, if you look, he had virtually no subscribers back in November 2nd, 2020. November 9th, he gained 100 subscribers or so. I think at this time he had around 12,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel that he's had open since 2018. He talks about all kinds of weird conspiracy stuff. But as soon as he started posting about the QAnon stuff, his subscriber counts jumped. They jumped and then they skyrocketed in January as he kept posting about QAnon updates. And now he has 660,000 YouTube subscribers, and he has almost 130,000 BitChute subscribers as he continues to push QAnon updates. I've been warning people that they might want to be a little careful if they take anything that this guy says legitimately. If they want to take anything this guy says to be legitimate fact, you should be a little bit careful about that, because Simon Parks says that sex with an alien is causing problems in my marriage. And here is a video. It's from 2013, I believe. Maybe earlier. It could be from this YouTube video was published in 2013, but I think that this is quite old. Here is Simon Parks being interviewed, and he says he's a repeat alien abductee, and he also, this is in his own words. He says that he has sexual intercourse with extraterrestrials at least 4 times a year. He gets abducted into their ship. He's fathered multiple children with these aliens. His true mother is a 9-foot tall alien. Okay, and then he has these very detailed, very ordinate. You can see here. If you just watch just a little bit, look at this book here. You can see this book. Look at that book that he's got in front of him. Actually, that book contains very detailed sketches of the aliens that he's having sex with. Look at this picture. It looks, my 12-year-old could have drawn this picture in 10 times more detail. This is the level of quality that the Q people are pushing on us. If you look at this guy's picture, you can see that he's got these little cutesy drawings of the 9-foot tall alien. I don't know if this is his, this is his mother or the alien he's having sex with. I don't know. Maybe they're one and the same. Who knows? But he goes on in detail to talk about his experiences with these alien beings that are abducting him and having intercourse with him on a regular basis. So we'll just show one more picture here. That's the same one, I think. Oh, here's one. Look at this one. Oh, man. You who call me father, for I intended you are my son, made by me. Okay, this guy is a nut bar. This guy is who's leading the Q movement. Are you serious? Take a step back. Take a step back. Take a breath. Go for a walk and gather yourself and maybe reflect on this guy. Do a little bit of research before you believe anything this guy says and start sharing it around social media. This guy is nuts. He's absolutely crazy. And here is his alien kids. These are the kids that he has fathered with aliens. And here you can see Simon here on the left, and then you can see all his little cat children. And why his children look like cats? I guess they're hybrids between him and the 9-foot tall aliens. I have no idea. But this guy is totally kooky, just absolutely crazy. Somebody sent me another video. It was talking about how Trump will 100% be the president. 100%. The guy looks like he looks almost as crazy as Simon Parks, okay? But he's saying that Trump will 100% be president, but now they've changed a little bit. They're saying, yes, Biden's going to be sworn in, but Trump's still going to be president, and he's going to be in charge behind the scenes until they do mass arrests. We've been hearing this a lot. Mass arrests are coming, right? He's saying Trump's going to be sworn in and that Trump did something with the Federal Reserve, and so the United States Corporation is no longer in existence, and Trump's going to be in charge of the new republic, and we're going to have a new inauguration date, and Biden will be arrested and all this stuff. I mean, I don't know what these guys think. I don't know if they think that Trump's going to swoop in, dangle from a helicopter on inauguration day or some other day and swoop in and start arresting people like Batman. I'm not sure what these guys think, but it's totally crazy. It is 100% off the rails, and the Q people keep on moving the goalpost, or whatever you want to call it. We've been hearing about mass arrests probably for years. It's never happened. None of this stuff has ever happened. This Q stuff has gotten way out of hand. And I think these people need to take a step back. And I think that, like I said here, I think that it's time to get involved at a local level, okay? Pretending that QAnon is some secret military intelligence and that somebody in the deep state or somebody deep in the military is going to betray their oath and disseminate confidential classified information over message boards to the average everyday people. It just isn't the case. But at the end of the day, I don't think that there's any legitimacy to it, and I think that General Flynn walked that back because he realized it was a mistake. And I think that I still stand by my statement that Trump should have disavowed the QAnon movement years ago. He should have disavowed it when he was asked by the media last summer, and they said, the QAnon movement says that you're part of a secret mission to arrest Democrats and other people from the swamp that are involved in child sex trafficking and this, that, and the other thing. And he said, is that supposed to be a bad thing? And he basically avoided the subject, avoided giving a solid answer because he didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings at the end of the day. And I think that he should have disavowed it. He should have said, there is absolutely no legitimacy to this, but I encourage people to get involved, to volunteer in their local elections, become precinct committee officers, register new voters, and sign up to be a poll watcher. Because if we would have had many more poll watchers, especially in the blue districts where people were covering up the windows, the same thing they did, by the way, in 2016. The same thing. If we had more poll watchers, more people could have made a scene. Maybe somebody could have ripped those things down off the windows. Maybe we could have gotten them in the door. Maybe something would be different. But it's not. Unfortunately, it's not. And I think that now is the time to get involved. The Democrats had 4 years to plan the theft of this election. Okay, they had 4 years to plan for it, and they vowed that it would never happen again. And guess what? They got it done. And now it's up to us to step up to the plate, get involved at a local level, and start making a real effort and a real difference. Because this kind of stuff, just telling people to trust the plan, sit on your butt, and not do anything of real, anything that's going to be real in the future, it's not helping. So that's all I got for today. Thanks for tuning in. And I hope that if you're one of these Q people, you'll take a step back and just look into your sources a little better before you share this stuff. Thanks for watching.